So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 pretty essential end of year tasks that you should be doing. And if you are taking a break, then save this video for when you come back from your break, okay? If you are new, returning, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles. So these end of year tasks are regarding teachers pay teachers, okay? And even if you have Boom or Etsy or another teacher side hustle, I think some of these will apply to them as well. Task number 1 is your store. Now, before I keep going, this is part 1 of 2 videos, okay? So I'm going to share with you some end of year tasks in this video, and next week's video is all about strategy for 2026. Task number 1 is let's clean up your store. A lot of times we are so involved into our stores that it's hard for us to pick it apart. And then there's others like me who can pick it apart pretty easily. My store, not necessarily yours. But what I want you to do is I want you to look at your store from a buyer perspective. Pretend you don't know anything about this store you've just opened up, and take a good look at it. Do you know what they're good at without reading it? By looking at the resources, do you know what they're good at? Is your messaging clear in your store? That's a big one, because what you want is ideally a kind of a clean store, because the cleaner the store, the clearer the message for new buyers, because you want them to come back. If they're looking on your store for a particular product and they look and see just a little of this, a little of that, little, right? They may not stay. They may buy, they still may buy that product, but there's a high chance they're not coming back. And we don't want that. So if you can, clean up your store. I've talked about this in the last couple of videos. Check your data, see what's getting views, see what's not getting views, and at least document it. You don't have to necessarily do anything at the moment, but document it. What needs work? Create a needs attention list. Let's just go through the tasks, and then you can go back and visit, okay? Number 2, inventory. You know what's on your computer, or you might not know what's on your computer, but you might have some unfinished products, things you started, you never got around to it, and for whatever reason, they're sitting there. Guilty. I got so many, I don't even... So take a list of what needs to be finished, okay? I'm not saying finish it right now, because next week's video will give you a little bit more direction with that. But we need to know kind of what you're on the go with. And if you can, try and create a bit of a percentage of how much of it is done. I try to do it in increments of 20, and the whole uploading thing is, to me, 20%. It sounds, some people would put it at 10 or 5. No, it's 20, because it's worth a lot. If you do it wrong, no sales, or even no views, depending on what it is. So say you've got it started, but that's all. Maybe spend an hour or 2 into it. That's probably, let's just say it's 20% done. Okay, but make a list. I've got a list in Google Sheets, just listed them all down and kind of where they are. And I made a little checklist. Sort it, and at the end, make a little comment as to how long you think it would take to finish it. Just out of curiosity to yourself. Just taking a look at it going, I probably need about 4 or 5 hours, or 40, 50 hours, right? Depending on what you are making. But just jot a note. I'm not asking you to do it right now. Just taking inventory. We're just taking inventory. Now, part of that is also, this is 2B, okay? Organizing your folders. I had this discussion a couple of years back, and at that time, my favorite person for organization was Cassie Noack. She still is my go-to for organization of my TPT business on my computer. One of her suggestions was taking each resource and naming it based on the number that it is on TPT. So if you look at your URL address across the top, and it'll say teacherspayteachers.com/product/ I think again, the title with dashes in there, hyphens, because they want it all connected. And then at the last dash is a number. That tells you what resource number that product is on TPT. That is a number you are to put with your folders. Rename your folders, because, for example, let's just say you do writing. You have a lot of writing activities on your TPT store. Writing, after a while, they're gonna look all the same. But if you put the product number, okay, you've got now a reference. Okay, and then within that folder, you're having the master copy, right, of yours. You're going to have your thumbnails, anything you have regarding that product in there. This is my hard drive. I use 2 Lacey's, one for TPT and one. Right now, I've got both of the YouTube on TPT on one, but I've started a second Lacey with just YouTube videos because they take up a lot of space. Here I've got different things. So I keep my TPT purchases in a separate folder. You can just download them straight from TPT, but I tend to want to have copies. And then just random stuff. I also have webinars and whatever. Things I'm thinking about go in here in the brain dump. And then here I've got my TPT products that I'm working on. So if I click on here, and I have a Mac, so I used an app called Color. I think it's just called Color app or something like that. Color Icon app. And you get 10 free colors. It didn't quite work for me. I only got 8, but that's fine. I created them based on the subjects that I have for each of my main products. And then within these, so if I go to freebies, I'll have my freebies, and I don't have all there yet, but I put down the product number here, and I did put an F to just remind me it's a freebie, and then the EMF are my email freebies that I've just done this year. So I've still got a few more folders to put in there, but if I go to something like my language arts, you can see all of them. If I have Google Slides or bundles, oh, that's a freebie, right? So sometimes they're going to overlap, which is why I like putting the F there, just to remind myself that it's a freebie. But I also have bundles, and I got a B in front of them, a GS for Google Slides. I have boom cards in a separate one. And then I have an unfinished. So these are products that I'm working on in different stages. Just a simple thing, but that little thing will change your organization tremendously for the better. Task number 3 is to review your 2025 goals. And if you did not have any 2025 goals, then you're done. I don't want you to start goals yet until we get to next week's video. If you have already, that's fine, no worries. But if you've got 2025 goals, I want you to look at them. And this is not a reason to guilt yourself as to why you didn't get all this work done or yada, yada, yada. This is just strictly to look at them. Because, first of all, you've grown since last January. You've grown. We've all grown. So you may look at those goals, and even though you didn't hit it, going, those weren't good goals, right? We're going to create some good goals for next year. One reason that I like to review my 2025 goals is because sometimes a starting point, or they are a good pep talk to myself. Okay, no, you didn't complete this, this, and this. However, this is what happened. And that hopefully will justify why those weren't done. Or maybe you got growth somewhere else. I don't know your business. We don't know what life is going to hold for us in the next year. And sometimes something will happen in January and completely turn your life upside down. So you want to keep your goals in open hands, going, well, so look at your goals and then put them away. Task number 4 is tax prep basics. If you are new to TPT and this year you earned some dollars from TPT, then you should claim it on your tax. Now, some people say, well, I don't get a form until I hit 20,000, so I don't have to claim. That depends on your country. Where I am, my very first year on TPT, I didn't earn very much. I earned about $200, just over $200. I can't even remember now. It was around 200. Let's just say it was $200. I claimed it. But what I did was I talked to somebody. I talked to a tax prepper. I don't know what to go. And I said, what do I do? I've started an online business. I've earned this amount of money. What do I do? And they suggested to me that fill out my taxes, but there's a Canadian form that would be attached to my taxes, my tax filing, to show that I have started a business. This is how much I made this year. And, it prepares Revenue Canada, because I'm in Canada, that they're about to see big expenses coming through, and that's because of my new business, right? Each country has their own tax rules, and follow them. Try to run an honest business. So whether you earned 1,000, 100, 10,000, whatever it was, claim it. Claim it. So if you have not been doing much regarding tax preparation, big three to be looking at, maybe you can start a file online or even offline. I actually have both. I just like to print things off and then put them in a file folder. Actually, I put it in an envelope, a large one of the big craft envelopes. You want your TPT earnings report, which you can get. And if you pull it right now, it's not going to be the full year, right? So you want to wait pretty close to the end of December. But you could pull one right now just to have it. You want your expense records. So what have you been buying for the sake of your business? And again, each country looks at expenses differently. So you need to find out what you can claim and what you cannot claim as part of business expenses in your country. And then the third one are any receipts that you have. Now, receipts can be a few things. For example, in my country, I can claim if I decided to go to TPT Forward, I can claim that. That's a travel expense. Or if I attended online versions, I don't have to pay for a hotel or flight or any of those sort of things. I can still claim the ticket that it cost me. I can claim some office purchases. I had to buy a computer this year. I'm able to claim a percentage of it. What I do is I just put down any purchases that I made regarding my business, including clip art. Like if I buy clip art for a resource and I'm selling that resource, that's an expense. I have a premium membership to Seller Spy. I can write that one off. If I've taken a course, if it's a course that helps me with my TPT business, I can write it off. But again, check the rules for your country. But those are the three. Okay, you don't have to file it right now. Again, find out your filing date for your country. Mine's in April, and I usually like to have it done in March, just before it gets crazy. And then it sits there for weeks and weeks. If I get it in by early March, I can usually get it back within a week or two. Just be thinking about that kind of stuff and start doing some planning around it. Okay, and then task number 5. This is kind of a personal one, but review your schedule. And what I mean by that is your day-to-day tasks that you need to do. How much are you devoting to this business? Because that one kind of goes hand in hand with your goals. You may have had a goal to upload 20, 50 products for 2025, and you might have only done half of that. How many hours a week were you devoting to product creation? And it will apply for next year. If your goal is to make a certain amount of products and you know that your average, you're spending 20 to 40 hours to make a resource, is your goal to get a resource out every couple weeks? Is it every month and getting out 12? sitting down at the computer? Are you actually spending 20 hours a month working? Is it just a wish? You need to create a realistic schedule of your time. And yes, things always, but if this is a priority for you to grow your TPT business, then you need to schedule in time. And when a friend calls and says, let's go coffee, I always say, I'm booked for that time. Let's do, and then I look on my calendar and see what other times I got available. You can use a planner. You can use a Google Calendar or a calendar in general. Whatever works for you, but make sure that on a weekly basis you are filling up your calendar, not completely, like I don't agree with the whole like make sure every single time is filled. I don't, because it's too rigid and I never do it. I don't do it. But what I do is I put blocks in for YouTube and I put blocks in for product creation. And I'm better, honestly, with my YouTube hours than I am for my TPT hours, but they're scheduled. I know at this day, on this time, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right, for my business. And if something didn't work this year, don't say, well, that was a failure. It was data. There's a tennis player named Carlos Alcaraz. I've mentioned this before. He says, I either win or I learn. Data. I won. I was successful with this, or I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn and do it right the next time. Progress beats perfection. A lot of times people say consistency. Consistency can be hard, especially if there's other things pulling at your life. I am shocked that the year that I started TPT, I was putting out 2 YouTube videos a week. I was doing TPT and I was working full time. Shocked by it all because it was a priority and I made it a priority. I didn't go out as often as I probably should have. I said no to a lot of things. And there's seasons for things, right? You might be in a season going, okay, we're going to hunker down and do this. We're going to take this serious. We're not going to treat it as a hobby. And we're going to talk more about that next week. Okay. So those are your 5 tasks. Next week, I'm going to provide for you a strategy for 2026. I've actually been doing this strategy just in practice for the last couple of weeks. It's good. It's a good strategy to try because just uploading and expecting sales is not going to work anymore. There are too many factors out there, and it's like you are letting TPT run your business. Don't let TPT run your business. You run your business. So I'm excited for next week, and feel free to let me know down below any wins that you had, or if there's a certain task that you're thinking, yep, this is a task I'm doing now. I'm not waiting until the new year. Let's get it done now. Okay? Right. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. See ya.